Hello, Emily Eldridge here with ChangeLight, the ChangeLight system and ChangeLight TV, where I teach you change makers inner work that accelerates your power to change the world. So if you are driven to make a positive difference in the world, then I heartily welcome you. I'm so excited you're here because I'm sharing so much that will help you understand yourself better and what's going on inside of you and how to harness that power within you to really make the greatest, most positive difference that you can possibly make. So in previous videos, I talked about your truth, and then your guiding star, and your inner exPowers. Your truth is your inner knowing of who you are and who you're here to be. Your guiding star is that image you carry of you as your optimal self, as who you're here to be, living your mission and fulfilling your mission and living your truth. And then your exPowers are the ones whose job it is to empower you to live your truth. Well, now I'm going to talk about something a little bit different. And those are what I call your inner exPowers. So your inner exPowers, as I define them, are parts of you that get in the way of you feeling fully at peace with yourself and fully empowered. So I call them exPowers because they feel like they work against your power. So your inner exPowers are basically, they're different from what I talked about before, because basically they're the parts of your energy that have been distorted by fear and by pain. So they are your blocks, your triggers, your wounds, your reactions. They are at the core of your patterns and relationships and your behaviors in your work, in all these different areas of your life. exPowers are at the core of that. And so the whole point is that if you've got these exPowers inside of you, and everyone does, I've had a lot of them, everyone has a lot of exPowers, is that when you have these inside of you, unfortunately what happens is, because they've been distorted by fear and pain, by situations from your past or chronic stressors you've endured or traumas or even like societal pressures, cultural pressures, all kinds of things can cause exPowers to form. If you've got these, when you've got these exPowers inside you, basically they create these subconscious barriers or these subconscious trigger reactions to things. They keep you from feeling fully whole and at peace. It's like they're parts of you that are sort of broken off or fragmented and formed their own different personalities and thoughts and feelings and perceptions and beliefs. And so they can get in the way of you truly living your truth in the highest way possible. I don't know if you've seen this. I definitely have. I've seen people who, for example, are extremely successful and they definitely seem like they're fulfilling their mission. At the same time, though, exPowers can be lurking in the background, causing them to then sabotage their ability to be the presence they want to be, or to sabotage their efforts in achieving their goals. And so that's what this is about. ChangeLight system, which is a system that I teach in the ChangeLight community, actually teaches you a technique for drawing out these exPowers so that you can fully and permanently transform them and heal them, so that rather than getting in your way, then they actually are transformed and realigned with your truth so that they support you in living it and in making the biggest possible difference you can in the highest ways possible. So those are your exPowers. There are 3 different types. I'm not going to teach you about those in this video, but I will in a future video. But in the meantime, I just want to ask you one simple question. As you think about the fact that you've got subconscious things going on and blocks, triggers, and wounds, blind spots, all of that, I want you to imagine, who would you be without your exPowers? Who would you be if you didn't have these subconscious or even sometimes conscious parts of you that were sabotaging your sense of peace and wholeness, that were causing you to be afraid, that were causing you to doubt yourself or to react in ways such as with anger and rage and treat people in ways that you really don't want to treat them? Imagine, who would you be without your exPowers? So consider that. It's a pretty deep question, but just take a little moment to consider that, who you'd be. And also, again, I invite you into the ChangeLight community, community.changelight.world, where it is a safe and supportive space where you can draw out your exPowers and heal them along with your fellow changemakers who are also doing their inner work for greater good. So I hope this has been helpful. Again, my name is Emily Eldridge with ChangeLight. I thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next time.